Yes, indeed, you are back live. Welcome back. It's the moment we've all been intrigued to see. That includes our John. Did you have to think twice about being Regression?
No.
No?
No, not at all. I'm very much into kind of spiritualism and kind of clairvoyancy and medium, so I was actually very interested in it because it's something I've never had done before.
And what about afterwards? We're going to see it in a moment, obviously, but what about afterwards? We were both completely exhausted when we
Yes,
came
when I came round, because I did, you're going to see one live today, but I actually did 2 of my past lives when I was there, and I did come and I was absolutely exhausted. And then when I got home, I was completely euphoric for about 2 days. I was like kind of, ah, and then suddenly I went into this, oh, I just made it up. Oh, I just made the whole thing up. And I mean, I know, it was a wonderful experience to do, and I got very confused, and then I kind of sort of let it go and just thought of it as an experience.
Well, you haven't seen the tape. You
No,
decided not to.
Yeah.
So brace yourself. We've got tissues ready.
Oh, no.
Here we go. This is John Scott's previous life.
I'm very much into all of this kind of spiritual and kind of past lives and things like that. I'm actually really, really excited about it, and I'm hoping to find out things about me that I really don't know. In past lives, I want to be rich, I want to be poor, I want to be in the sunshine, and I want to be something really regal and glamorous. I'm about a 4.
What's your name?
Jacob.
Do you have a surname, Jacob? You do know it, Jacob.
I know. It's like Smith, but I think it's got a Y in it.
Read the spelling.
S-M-I-T-H-E.
Do you feel if you're inside or outside?
I'm outside, I'm in the garden.
Do you know whereabouts this garden is in the world?
Oh, no, in England.
Do you know whereabouts in England?
No, but it's very green.
Do you know what the village name is?
Ample something. Ample... Ford? Ample Thorpe?
Ford or...
Ford. Ample Ford.
Do you know your address?
Granthorpe House? Grantham? Grantham House.
Grantham House.
Grantham House. It's a big house, and there's lots and lots and lots of windows.
What year is it?
1811.
Are you on your own or is anyone with you?
Well, I think there was a little girl here a minute ago, but she's gone now.
Just feel yourself going ahead in time now to the next significant event. You'll take on the thoughts, feelings and emotions linked to that significant event as Jacob.
Moustache. Oh, I've got a moustache.
What's happening now?
I'm getting married.
You're getting married.
Yeah.
How old are you?
18.
Okay. And who are you getting married to?
It's the same girl.
Who's the same girl? Oh, the same girl when you were 4?
Yeah, Emily. Beautiful little church.
Where is the church?
In the garden.
What was the name of the church?
St Mary's.
Was it St Mary's of...
Hill. St Mary's on the hill. There's people dancing in the room there.
And what are your thoughts about Emily?
I love her.
And does Emily work at all? Is she
No,
still
Emily's
around?
not here.
So, what happened to Emily then?
She died.
How old was she when she died?
20.
So you weren't married for very long. How old was Emily when you got married?
16.
What did she die of?
Chest. Breathing.
What was the matter with her breathing?
TB, consumption.
How long was she ill for then?
A long time.
And how do you feel?
Sad.
What did you decide about relationships and things after Emily died?
I didn't want one.
Had you ever remarried or
No.
met anyone
No.
else? Had you had other relationships?
No.
Just tell me your thoughts, feelings and emotions linked to that lifetime.
Busy at work.
Do you know what your occupation is?
I'm a doctor.
What kind of doctor?
Cutting people open. Operating.
Okay.
Surgeon.
What was the name of your hospital?
George. St George? George Street.
Where's George Street?
In London.
What's happening
I'm
there?
in a big lecture hall.
Why are you there on that day?
I'm giving a lecture.
And did you save many people's...
Lots. I'm watching my funeral. I think it's at the same church that I got married in. And I've got a huge cart with feathers all over it, and black horses, and thousands of people.
How do you die?
I had a heart attack.
Okay. So you didn't realise you were about to die?
I was at work.
How old are you?
65.
What were your thoughts and feelings?
Emily came to get me.
Oh, that's nice. And did that make you feel happy? Okay, now that you've gone with Emily, do you feel happy now?
Yes. Golden and blue and light and sunshiny like summer holidays.
That's lovely. So it's good on the other side.
Fabulous.
1, 2, lighter and lighter, 3, 4, lighter and brighter, 5, 6, coming out of it, 7, 8, eyes open, 9, 10, wide awake.
Wow, John, what a very good subject.
He's a bit short, old Jacob, isn't he? Short answers there. But also, you, unlike us, because when I came out of mine, I knew what I'd said, I knew what had happened, I knew what I said. You was, because you haven't watched that film, you seemed surprised by what you heard.
I remembered some of it. When I came round, I remembered,
Yeah,
I did
you
remember
did.
some of it, but I was out for such a long time that I don't remember half of that.
And there
It
was
just,
another
Andrea,
life
welcome,
as
by the
well.
way.
Hello.
Good to
Yeah.
see you.
But there was another life as well as,
Yes.
as that one. We've just shown that one because it had a full story and it was in England and we could check it out and everything.
Well, because we will have a chat about your extraordinary other life a little bit later on. But back to this one now. And is it normal for people to be able to remember what they've said, or is it possible for... At one stage, I'm not sure we saw it in there, but you did do what we were terrified of doing, and it was adopting the sort of childhood voices to make it into the final cut, unfortunately.
And how amusing were you? But no, people tend to sort of remember what they need to remember. That's why I don't encourage, although this is for television, but I don't encourage people to listen to it again or to tape it or to sort of mull on it, really.
And now she tells us.
You'll remember the essence of sort of what you need to remember, and then the rest of it over time will just gradually fade away, and so it won't become significant no matter how traumatic it was in the past. And it's always traumatic if you've got issues that you're trying to help and alleviate in this lifetime.
So do you feel now, if you recreate that feeling of meeting Emily, Jacob meeting Emily, can you still feel that?
Yes, I can. This is what we were saying. It's very, very odd because I've always kind of not worried about relationships, but kind of always never thought, oh, I've never met the right person. I've never met this, and I've always been it's been in the forefront of my mind. And since I've been regressed, it's like, well, it doesn't matter now because I know that I met Emily in that life, so I will meet somebody in this life as well. It's just I haven't met the person that made me feel as euphoric as Emily did in that life. And I know that I'll meet somebody in this life who will make me feel like I did with Emily.
And it's given you really, I suppose, the peace of mind now to just get on with your
Yeah,
life.
just get on with it now and know that this person will turn up.
And would it be Emily? I mean, you say that we all meet each other and keep coming back together.
I mean, if it facilitated in this lifetime, you know, whatever, they might be too young for you to end up with them in this lifetime. They might be a child, but you'd recognise their soul essence. Sometimes they just know that you feel very happy knowing this person.
So the Emily, the person I meet might not be Emily. I might meet you might be Emily, or somebody else might be Emily that I adore.
Could be anybody. Could be male, female. Could be a child. Could be an older person. You haven't felt that you've met them.
Not necessarily a relationship love affair.
You'll feel a warmth towards them, but if in this lifetime it doesn't facilitate for you to be in a relationship, then you won't. You know, because there's not just one specific person. There's a potential for 2 or 3 or whatever different people.
Good. Well, look, of course we have sent our eagle-eyed regression detective, the Reverend Lionel Fanthorpe, on the trail of Jacob Smythe, S-M-I-T-H-E. Stay tuned to see just what he uncovered after the break.